Otherworld, Columbus, Ohio, the greatest art museum you'll ever go to. Pulling up to this place, legit an abandoned shopping center, and this one open business called Otherworld. Now, I've seen pictures of Otherworld and videos online, so I was like, what the hell, let's go. And I'm glad we did. I have to be honest, everything in this museum is interactive. Everything in this museum you can touch. As a matter of fact, when you walk in, they tell you, touch everything, play with everything, interact with the exhibits. And we did. And I have to be honest with you. If you are into Alice in Wonderland or any other kind of trippy alternate reality, this is a place for you. If you have kids that like to crawl around and crawl under things and inside of things and explore, this is the place for them. Every one of these exhibits you can interact with, crawl under, play with. There's puzzles in here that you have to solve. As a matter of fact, there's one puzzle at the beginning of the exhibit that you can't solve until you get to like the 5th exhibit. It's really cool. It's awesome. The room you're looking at now with this couch, it had records in it, and every record that you played changed the lights and the music in the room. It was really awesome. It is the closest thing you can get to an acid trip without doing drugs. It honestly was a whole lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I loved every minute of it. And I'm not into Alice in Wonderland. I'm not into alternate realities and crazy, wild, colorful, out of this world things. And I legit had a great time in here. There is so much to do and so much to see and so much to explore. When they give you those wristbands, you're on your own. There's no guides. There's no arrows on the wall to tell you where to go. You are on your own to go explore whatever you want inside of this crazy, trippy art exhibit. Now, what is really insane to me is how they do it. There's a projection. There's a room just full of projections all over all 4 walls. And say for instance, there's an underwater room. You touch a clamshell and poof, a big puffer fish pops up. You touch a crystal and it explodes into a million pieces all around you. It's really unbelievable how they did it. And it's really cool. If you ever wanted to go down the rabbit hole and be Alice in Wonderland, or be Alice and go to Wonderland, this is Wonderland. This is it. And it's this really great gym, and honestly not so great side of town. This part of Columbus is kind of run down and a lot of abandoned areas out there. But all of these exhibits are interactive, and you can touch all of them, and you can play with all of them, and it's all really, really cool. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm saying go. I'm saying pack up your kids. If you have kids between the ages of 5 and 17, and they want to go, they like to explore things and touch things, and you can't really take them to a traditional art museum, this is the place for you. Completely interactive. There's puzzles in here that will change the entire room that you're in. So say you're in a room and there's a puzzle there. You're looking at this puzzle and you're trying to figure out how to solve it, and the answer's hidden somewhere in the room. It's sort of like an escape room in a way, where the answer's hidden in somewhere in the room or in another exhibit. And once you figure it out, you go in, you solve the puzzle, and it completely changes the room. That is a whole lot of fun. It's this crazy mix of LEDs, black lights, fun house mirrors. It really is a lot of fun. And I'd say it takes anywhere between 1 to 3.5 hours to complete the exhibit, depending on how long you sit there or how long you stay there. For instance, some of these exhibits have beanbag chairs and swings inside of them that you can sit there as long as you want, or at least until another group comes. There's one exhibit that's an old asteroids machine, and you crawl underneath it, inside of it, and you are in the asteroids game, and you have the guns, and you're playing inside of this asteroid machine. It's something else. That was probably one of my favorite exhibits. My other favorite was you're inside of a cloud, and you have to solve this puzzle, which the answer I'm not going to tell you, but it's on screens in the room. And once you solve it, it lights up this crazy color, and you hear this music, and it completely changes the ambiance of the exhibit. So everything you do, everything you touch, the exhibits really revolve around you. So you go in, you start touching stuff, and the exhibit changes. It really is cool, and I think anybody in any age group can go in and really enjoy Otherworld in ways that you can't in everyday art exhibits or even in everyday life, because it really is. You walk in there and you're no longer on Earth. You're in a different. You've gone through the wormhole. You're in another reality. You're on another planet. And that's what Otherworld is meant to just take you out of reality and make you feel like you are no longer on Earth, or nothing is reality. Anything is possible. And that's what I really enjoyed about it. It's just like anything is possible in Otherworld. Let's talk about pricing. Otherworld depends when you go, okay, and the time of year you go. So you pay tax, obviously, but it's $25 a person plus tax. Okay, so, and they do children's tickets, and they also do elderly tickets. I'm not sure how much those are, but I know children's tickets are going to be obviously cheaper. But my advice, if you are planning to go to Otherworld or you are researching Otherworld, is just stop. Stop researching and just book the trip. Now, you have to book the trip online. So what you do is you go in and you go online, you buy the tickets, and you set a time to go. We went at 3 p.m. and honestly, it didn't start getting busy until around 5. So the earlier you go in the day and throughout the week, you may be alone in that place, and that's ideal in my opinion. So ticket prices aren't bad. It takes 1 to 3 hours to get through. It's a great way to beat the heat and get into the air and explore. You really have to go into Otherworld and be a child. You have to touch everything. You have to crawl through everything. You're a monster under the bed. You crawl under the bed and you're in this monster's world. These are the kind of exhibits this is really what Ohio needs in general. We have 2 crazy, amazing amusement parks, and we have some horseback riding and zip lining and stuff like that here in Ohio. We have our sports teams, but this is one of a kind here in Ohio. I really wish they'd build one closer to my house. They change exhibits, and they remove and add exhibits all the time, so I can't wait to go back and see what's new. Stop researching, stop thinking, book it. I am giving Otherworld a 9.5 out of 10, only because there was not a puzzle in one of my favorite rooms, and there damn well should have been a puzzle in that room. Anyways, thank you for watching. Go to Otherworld, Columbus, Ohio. Ignore the abandoned shopping center and go in and just let yourself be a kid again. Go in, take your kids, and let them go. They can touch everything. They can crawl on everything. They can walk on everything. Just go enjoy it. Solve puzzles. Put your phones away for a little while and go into an alternate reality. I'm Thrill Bill with Amusement Addicts. I'll see you in the queue line. I'm out.